48 hours later, we've completed our bottom base pour, the 2.5 inch deep pour on your base of your furnace. Now you can see, like we talked about, putting the grooves in here instead of putting them in the plinth when you have that poured. We haven't got one poured yet. Everything worked out for us on this pour, so when you get your plinth poured, you know, instead of cutting the grooves in it, you know, we've got the grooves in the bottom base. That may be something you might want to consider. I'm going to give it a try, because it seems like whenever I do the grooves in the plinth, no matter how I do them, why they crack out right where I put the grooves at. So I'm just going to make them all straight across, just fill it up, strike it off, and I'll have a disc of refractory cement. And then I'm not too worried about it anyway with these graphite crucibles and how they are. You know, I already showed you, you know, the longevity that we've got out of them, and yeah, they're you know, I've seen men on videos who pick them up right here with a pair of channel locks, and that, I just feel a lot better about myself when I see that, because I've done the same thing too. I thought I was the only one, but it's just proof of how resilient and tough these things are. I've got over 100 pours out of one of these, and they're cheap. You know, $25, and you can really get a lot out of them. I'm going to dedicate this one to you know, the CAN program, and you know, we probably got 20 pours maybe out of it. And we got a new one, you know, in the wings. But anyway, enough of that. Now, we've got everything ready here, and here we are. We're ready to make the next pour. And now, we've got your inner form, 8 inches diameter. 8 inches diameter, and yeah, you can go ahead and put your tweeter on here. You've got a screw from the inside. I don't think you're going to be able to see that. Maybe, maybe not, but you can go ahead and put your tweeter on your inner form. It's a lot easier if you do that. You see how we've got all that? We've got the top part with a small nail, bottom with a small nail, a little bit of duct tape to keep everything together. We have been in and out with this numerous times on making this look right for you to see, and you know, shortcuts and making things easier for you to do it. So now, with your tweeter on here, you can take and slip it in here like that. And this will tell you, this is going to tell you when it goes in like that, you've got everything right. And you've got your 3 inches at the short end of your radius sticking out, like the book says. You've got it all. So now you're taking your spacers, 2.5 inch wide, you know, 1-inch boards. Take them and put them every 90 degrees. You see how they go in? Now the only place that we're lacking over here is on this side. But we've got reinforcement here. We've got the handle attached to the reinforcement, and then the handle attached over here. So, you know, naturally that would distort the overall roundness of your outer furnace body. But anyway, we are ready to pour. You know, the plinth is laying flat on your first pour. And then here's another thing I might suggest is take a weight of some kind. You know, it's 2-inch by 2-inch by 5-inch or so. Put that down inside here on your bottom plywood form, and that will weight that down for you. That way, when you start pouring and ramming it in real tight, this will not raise. You know, you've probably seen that happen. If you're a Foundry man, you've probably seen that happen on cokes and drags if you don't clamp them down on a certain type of a pour. But you'll do that. And now the line, you see the line? That's 3.5 inches up from bottom. This is where you're going to bring your refractory up. And then bring it up to that line or above it. And, you know, as you're ramming, you're going to be raising your spacers up here, your 2.5-inch spacers, as you advance in order to fill up those voids. And you want, that's a pretty crucial area, and I can show you an example of where I went to sleep on the other furnace body, where I had a void because I did not ram it up good. But you'll raise these up as you advance, and then whenever you get all of these out, that's where you will strike it off. And then you'll see how accurate you are. But you still got, you know, whether you're on or off, you're still going to have a good furnace. You know, you really are. Now, we're going to get ready to pour here, and yes, we are doing it with a hand crank ice cream freezer. We did that on our last furnace, and it worked out well. And I hope it holds up. The paddles are wood. And we had to reconvert, you know, going from Harvest and Walker product to this US Refractories product. Here we'll show you a quick way to convert. You know, we've had to go with grams, and anyway, we had to do all the conversion here. You know, we all know that 453.6 grams in a pound, and this little container is 15.5 grams tare. So we've got our scale adjusted to 470 grams gross. So we just fill it up, the beam gets its balance, and we're doing it in 3-pound batches because That's about all this little ice cream freezer will hold. It's worked before and it will work again. You know, if that's all you got to work with, why, you know you can do this. So, we're going to publish this today, and we're going to come back with you on the central body I couldn't think of. We're going to talk to you about that, and also the lid. I do not have to recreate a central body or a lid, but still, I think I will. I've already got them made up, got handles on them already, and now all of this is made out of 24 gauge sheet metal, and I skimmed out a water heater for the metal. And that's pretty easy to do. You know, you'll figure it out. Just take your saw blade on your skill saw, turn it backwards, wear safety equipment, and run it right up the seam of the water heater. And then you can take a barnyard scraper, and that'll help you skim it away from the polyurethane foam. But all this metal, including the forms, which are kind of hinky, are from a water heater. Now, back again on the forms, I made a little bit of a mistake, and I'm going to tell you about it. You know, I'm not afraid to tell you my failures. I had this form on the very bottom where I did not need it, because I already had that established with all of the 8 brackets, where I should have had it up here, and it did fit before I poured our first pour. From now on, you know, well, I'm telling you that just put your form on the top, because your bottom is already established. You know, and I had a devil of a time getting this form over here, and I really don't know if it did any good or not. You know, once again, you've still got your 2.5 inch spacers, and you're going to be in the hunt, you know. So next time you see us, we're going to go a little bit further. Thank you for watching.